Let's make an engagement roll. So, first question, is this plan overly bold or daring?
I mean, how bold or daring can you be in a goat race?
I mean, we're using an already crashed carriage and the world's meanest goat. I think that's quite bold.
Exactly.
I guess.
Does this plan exploit a vulnerability or hit your target where they're weakest?
Nobody expects us to win.
This is true.
Wait, we already
like
had
as
our
soon as-
engagement roll.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Or was that just for the beginning?
we had a 5.
Yeah. Oh. Did we? I thought the engagement roll was what got us the carriage. Or was that a different one? Oh, that was a fortune roll, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was a fortune roll.
Okay.
Yes, so yes. And so yes, with that, it's Brendan who kind of with all the carriages out on the front line, various goats braying, Eugene sort of swaying his head and the horns kind of clipping the sort of the bridle over his shoulders. And with that, you make a start. As the flag goes down, and all of the goats lurch forward, with the exception of Eugene, who takes a moment before realizing that actually, and then almost getting the taste of blood and realizing that other goats are ahead of him, takes off and immediately goes past both the followers who are their driver now still somewhat worse for wear, coming out, cutting along the inside and going past the angels, and you level with the cadavers, the grinders and the cabbies taking a very solid early first and second place.
All right.
What?
So, at this point, I want to call a flashback.
Go for it. What are you doing?
So, obviously, while Nathan was meandering about before he met back up with Ankh, he took some time to check out various other people. And I would say the Angels cab, their carriage specifically. He would have slipped underneath it, maybe act like he got pushed or something, fallen underneath it, and placed a specific vial around where the axle connects to the rest of the carriage.
Okay.
And he would have slipped a vial in there of binding oil. So basically, after a certain point, that vial is going to crack and fuse the axle to the rest of the carriage.
Who stress? Make me a roll.
All right. And this is definitely going to be prowess. I'm going to take a devil's... Or is there a devil's bargain here?
Okay, you can have another die. It's a desperate action.
Okay. That's the devil's bargain.
But
It's desperate. Oh, okay.
No, it's. I was going to say it's desperate action. Desperate action anyway. But they're going to have it in for you for the rest of the race.
That's fine, because if this goes on, they're out of the race. pretty much. I will take that devil's bargain. So that is 1 die. Okay. I'm still gonna take it just because I want that extra. I'm still gonna do it because I want that extra XP. Here we go. And let me mark off my 1 item from my bandolier. Failure. Damn. I tried.
As you ride past, you see one of them like crouch down on the roof. And sort of indicates a very familiar vial.
So I'm gonna I was gonna shout back, incoming binding oil.
There's a point where he throws it back, and there is the crack of glass as it shatters. And
what does it hit?
Yeah.
Because it has.
That is going to get. Sorry.
Because it has to land on 2 separate things for it to actually do anything.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. It's
It fuses 2 things together.
Yeah.
So he's not hitting our wheels or something like that. That's not going to do anything.
No. What he does hit is obviously it's just down the side of the door, but the door on the left-hand side doesn't open.
Excellent.
Oh no.
I'm okay with that, actually. All right. Well, I tried, guys.
Valiant effort. Are we currently next to anyone, or are we just?
We're
currently next to the angels.
Yeah, and as he throws that, they pull in and just ram into the side of you. Your whole vehicle just rocks up onto the side 2 wheels. And then as they pull back, it kind of drops into.
And which side of us are they on? They're on the left side?
Mm-hmm.
They're on the left, yeah.
Okay. Is there a window in this carriage, or is it like?
Yeah.
Is it like a convertible? Like it stops at a certain point?
It's one of those sort of like enclosed ones. So there's a door either side.
And there's a roof.
Well, there's a roof, yeah. So several of the teams have someone on the roof who's usually got a sling or.
Can we say that I'm on the roof right now?
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Okay. So yeah, me being on the roof right now, I look down over there and I just I'm gonna do something to them. I'm just trying to figure out what. Can I just like try to crack an electroplasm vial on there just to cause a little bit of chaos? I don't think it will kill anybody.
No, not at all. Make me a check.
For sure. Sure.
And what item are you using for that?
Electroplasm vials. It's part of my
okay.
character crew sheet.
Okay, yeah.
I think it'd have to be, I guess, finesse or hunt.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Makes the most sense, I think.
I'll push myself for it. Is this just a risky standard roll?
This is risky standard, yes.
Okay. I also got a 3. Nice.
As you go to throw it and hold the vial, the figure who's on their roof, who just threw it, as they close the gap again, jumps on, goes in with a shoulder, and knocks you off the side of your carriage. Would you like to?
I would like to resist this consequence.
Okay, make me that prowess check.
Okay. That's a lot of
That's
stress.
5. Oh, 5.
Dear Lord.
Oh, this is gonna be a great score.
As as the door on the left no longer opens, as you fall, you're able to get the windows like given out a long time ago. It's now just an open bit, an open gap, and you're able to get a hand in. This guy's like still on the roof, and as you do, the door wrenches open, falls back, and somehow you're able to get a hand to the back, like runner on the back of the cab. Sparks fly up from the door, which is now underneath you. You're essentially now lying down, skateboarding behind the carriage.
Dude, do I need a prowl check to get up on top again?
Make whatever. Yeah, go for it. If you want to go for this guy who's sort of like.
Is this a
briefly, like,
desperate
just-
action now? Because it seems like I'm in a
Absolutely.
desperate position.
Yes, yeah, very much. Lottie,
Not mine.
sorry, Caroline, what would you like to do?
Encourage Eugene to go faster and maybe cross in front of their carriage to, I don't know, for them to go on the side of the road or something like that.
Absolutely, go for it.
Like it seems like he wants to be mean to other goats. Let's encourage that. Like,
Yeah, okay.
Yes, bite them, bite.
Oh my god.
So yeah, make me a roll. How you do?
Yes, I think I would go with finesse, maybe.
Yep.
Okay.
Ank, how you doing with your?
So do you want me to roll that prowl check now to get up on top?
Prowl, finesse, whatever you like. Go for it.
Alrighty. I got a 5.
Okay. It's as you go up the you're able to sort of like climb up onto the back as the carriage like lurches inwards. Everyone's sort of jolted to the side as there's another ram as Eugene essentially does his own thing and just like tries to just take out their carriage, and Caroline, you're thrown down the side of the seat and sort of swerves back out, almost kind of mounting the sidewalk. And make me a desperate action to regain control. As one of the wheels, where it's rammed again, you notice, especially where you are on the back, Ank, you notice one of the wheels sort of jolts and is now rolling like that, and it's this kind of very off-centered.
Okay. Can finesse work again?
Yeah, go for it. But desperate action, remember to mark it on your sheet.
Yes.
As-
Standard effects and.
Standard effects, yes.
Okay.
Oh, we're in.
We're great. We're great at this game.
Oh.
Great at this game.
I think we're fine. It's just our dice.
It's just a wheel.
This is not something we were designed to do. This is going real bad, guys. Real
The curse
bad.
is getting worse.
You know what? At this point, Nathan's thumbs outside the circle like this. I'm calling it. I'm at least getting half. I'm like, please see my
Nathan and I'm going to say for this one, it's going to have to be because of what's going to happen. It's resistance. Any resistance is going to have to come from either Nathan or Ankh.
I
don't think
I cannot do I do one more stress and I am traumatized.
Oh. Nathan, would you like to resist the one on regaining handling?
That one
prowess?
resistance will really hurt me.
Prowess?
Prowess, yes.
Oh yes. Okay, I'll take 2 stress.
2 stress. What you have to do is there's that metal beam that like runs around the very top on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
You have to essentially jump out of the carriage, meaning everything you do now has to be one-handed, as you have to hang on that and sort of crook your feet into the side and rebalance it as the wheel just falls off the back. So you're counterweighting the...
So wait, we only have 3 wheels now?
You have 3 wheels, and you are... So the side of 2 wheels, you're now counterweighting on the back on that opposite corner.
Guys, I think we just... we call the score here, we're done. Unless we all just hop on you...
So we're currently past the cadavers and followers. We're fighting with the angels.
For 3rd.
The angels, yeah.
Yeah, so who's currently winning? Is it the grinders or the cabbies?
Cabbies have a very slight lead.
Okay.
So from what you saw, the cabbies they've gone with the lightweight, so they've disappeared down the side alleys, whereas the grinders have got this monstrous like ironclad thing with there's like rods on the wheels, so it spins, and the idea like you get that in, and essentially you take out the wheels. It's essentially what's just happened to you, but much more quick and efficient. They're obviously much heavier, so they're just going for the straight lines.
Okay. How far away from us is the grinders?
It's all very close together. They probably got 150 yards.
Could I do like a sprinting, like, is it feasible that I could do a sprinting jump onto the grinders?
Not from here, no.
150 yards? No.
Am I currently... Oh, I didn't know it was 150 yards. I thought it was...
Yeah, it's for a race, it's very close.
Yeah, it's very close.
Yeah.
Right. If I used quick change to get Hestia's line thrower, could that do it?
Didn't you use quick change on the bandolier?
No, I haven't gotten the bandoliers.
Oh, okay.
I was just talking about
no.
doing it.
Yeah.
I haven't done that.
Yeah. Bearing in mind there is still a guy on the roof of your carriage as well. But
this is true. This is true. I would like to prowl to just kind of like beat him with the lightning hook just to get him off. I don't care where he goes. He just needs to be not here.
Okay.
Is this risky standard or desperate standard?
You've just recovered from a risky, so you're back to risky.
Okay. Can someone like assist me? Like maybe Apatura, just like or Caroline.
Break.
Yeah.
You could break suddenly or whatever. Yeah, that will obviously help you.
I'm gonna assist.
So that's 1 stress, and you get +1 to your pool.
Alrighty. Got a 4.
That'll do it. As
if I didn't get that assist, that would have been very sad.
As there's the sudden like pull back, and this as this guy, you're able to sort of get the hook around his feet, and it just as with the sun, and obviously combined with the sun breaking, there's a clunk on the roof, and he goes off the side, lands, like, rolls in the road, and with that, the angels also have to slow down because they're missing a crew, which allows you to slip into first. And
First or third?
Third.
Third. They are. As you're able to climb back up, you're just in time to see one of the grinders on the roof just absolutely launch a sling, and something hits you square in the center of the chest for what would be level 2 harm.
I'll just take it. What do I write down?
Would you like to take? You can take armor if you like. Which will downgrade it by 1.
I can't.
Oh.
I got the fly. I have a light load. I have fine lightning hook, and I have electric plasm vials. And it. Oh wait, no, I could. Wait, no, I can't. Because is the quick change? Does that count as free, or does that count as 1 load?
It says
change.
You can take it for 0 load.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll take armor.
Okay,
downgrade it to level 1.
Level 1, which is going to be limited effect on prowess.
Armor is 2 load.
Armor's 2 load, yeah.
So electroplasm vials, I thought it was 1, but it's 0.
Okay.
Yeah. So
my lightning hook is currently the only thing, and now armor.
Yes. As you round the corner, now having crossed the bridge and finishing up on that straight, about to make the hard turn into Crow's Foot towards the Crow's Nest. So level 1 harm of some heavy bruising, as it takes a majority of it, but the force of it is just enough to crack the ceramic plates and things that you've got under your you've kind of got under that vest top. Overall, Nathan, Caroline, what would you like to do as you somewhat close the gap on the grinders up ahead of you?
So can I see the wheel that's missing?
It's lying in the road, yeah.
Well, no. I mean, where basically the empty wheel well.
No, that's the other side of the carriage to you.
Damn. Okay.
What are you thinking?
I was actually going to try and splash that side with drift oil, so that side kind of floats. But no, if I can't see it, no, it doesn't make sense. So I guess
you want to maybe try to toss it up to me, and I can do that.
Oh, no.
Just let it run down the side. Could you make a roll, and my assistance would be allowing you to do it, because it'd be your tinker and your alchemical doing the work.
It would not be tinker. This would be finesse to toss it up to you.
I was going to say you can do this as a teamwork roll if you like.
All right. Okay. What's your finesse?
Nothing.
Same.
If it's...
Okay, well... You know what? I've still got my bandolier. I've got one free hand.
Also, Rogue, if you track stress, then that's when you trauma out. You don't go. You just fill the bar. You don't need to go over.
I know. There's one little more pip before I get to the trauma bar.
Yeah, but if you take that pip, then you'll take trauma. Yeah. Okay.
That's
cool.
why I said I was one away.
Oh right. No, I thought you thought that you had that one to spend as well, which is why you were saying if you assisted, you'd take the stress, which is why I'm saying if you want to do this as a teamwork roll.
Well, I mean, I could, and then I'd trauma out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm 3 from trauma.
So you can do a teamwork roll here if you like. We take the highest result, but obviously Nathan, you will have to lead because any failure will mean that Rogue will trauma.
But we're both rolling 2 with taking the lowest, so it's honestly not going to go well. This plan.
Ooh.
So, there's just no way this is going to work. Honestly, this score has went really, really bad. And I have no idea if the cabbie saw my thumbs up, so I think we're boned here, guys, honestly.
I'd like to do one last thing. I want to try to just like make the cabbies win easier so that they may be more inclined to make good on their deal. I want to try to use the line thrower to get onto the grinders. Because we're not winning this in my eyes, but I want to try to like at least cause some hell before we get knocked out of the winning.
And I guess at this point, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to one arm shoot my blowgun at the guy that just slinged him.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it, yeah.
Yeah,
one arm, one handing.
Morale. You should probably do yours first to see.
I'm gonna push myself. This is. I'm shooting. This feels like hunt to me. Risky standard or desperate, because this is one-handed.
Desperate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one-handed, so it is a desperate limited.
So it's okay. Then I can't do it. 0 effect.
What?
Haunted, insight, less effect. Hunt is insight.
No, you're on Motormouth. Your resolve is limited.
I have haunted because that injury didn't get fully healed. So yeah, I'm at 0 effect. I can't do it. Okay.
You can push yourself to increase the effect as well.
Is there maybe a devil's bargain?
No, I can't take a devil's bargain because I'm pushing myself already.
Has to put, so you can make the roll, but you have to push yourself to take the greater effect, to increase the effect, which would make it limited.
And then I'm rolling 2, take the lowest.
Up to you.
I mean, at least this way I'm doing something instead of not doing anything, so I guess I will push it up to limited. But no bonus die. Yep, nope. I miss. And it's desperate, so I'm going to take something here.
As the dart goes off, it just goes wide, and there's the whistling as that sling is released again and cracks you sort of right in the side of the jaw. You feel it, that the force of it reverberate through your skull for a level 3 harm of a concussion. Can you take armor? Or resist? I know it will be trauma out, but it will drop that to level 1.
It drop it to level 2. It's level 3.
Oh, if you took armor as well and resist, you drop it to level 1.
Technically, you could not trauma out. It's possible.
No, I will trauma out.
If you roll a 6.
If you roll a 6.
Think about how my rolls have been.
Technically possible. I'm not saying it's likely. I'm saying it's technically possible.
Goodbye, everybody. I'm traumaing out. Here we go. Taking armor as well to try and reduce this. This is prowess.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. I'm out.
We'll say that for the sake of narrative and to stop you driving along on a back axle, that you realise that this is what you have to do, and just keep that counterweight going. Caroline, up to you.
Well,
Listen slow.
what's this? Ank's still in it.
I'm still in it, yeah.
Can I do that? I just want to try to get that prowl in, and can I propose a devil's bargain that even if I succeed, it's going to be a harm, because I'm already like bruised in this area, and this line thrower is going to be a heavy jerk to that, so it's going to just tear something in there.
Yeah. See how it goes. I'll tell you what. You're looking to get that guy off the roof, right?
I'm looking to get onto the roof to like try to fuck it. Okay, so if I knock him off, would the grinders like have to like slow down to get their guy back?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, depending on.
Yeah. I'm
so...
mainly focusing on like getting the line thrower either onto the roof or hitting him and trying to like pull him back, because it's the increased quality line thrower, so it actually like retracts.
Yes. Yeah. Make me that roll.
And does it have a devil's bargain?
You get the +1, and yes, there will be, depending on how it you roll, depends on how that harm manifests.
Is this desperate?
This is not, because you're. But
Let's be real. Everything's been desperate.
It's felt pretty desperate this whole time.
Oh.
Nothing else. This was an XP score.
Absolutely. Caroline, what would you like to do?
A stupid idea.
Got a 6?
I'm
It is indeed.
to reach into the ghost field and use my compel ability to ask one of my ghost friends to just pop aside of the grinder driver and kill the crap out of him.
Go for it. As you approach and you begin that initial turn to do your loop around the crow, around the crow's nest.
So it's a tune roll.
Tune, yeah. And remember, you can push this.
I'm going to push myself.
Yeah, so you take 2 stress and you get another die. Also, you're in crow's foot.
Yes.
You take another die, but bearing in mind that if this goes badly, it's going to go really badly. Crow's foot is the most haunted district, so there's many a ghosts.
So no. Yeah. Okay. Here's goes nothing. The 6.
Two things happen at the same time.
Just broke something. I don't know what it is.
Two things happen at the same time. There's a sudden jolt within your chest as you release that line thrower, and it catches the guy he's like wheeling up for another launch. The sling's going, catches him square in the chest.
No, none of that.
What?
Bit of roleplay there, I think.
Oh right. Catches him square in the chest. Launches it straight up. As the travel kind of ratchets back in. He hits the roof, swings down onto the side. What did you get? And catches onto the bar, like kind of feet just like skimming the wheel, but cannot get purchase as his sling just kind of like now just a length of cloth just like flutters by you in the wind. As he does this, there is a and rounds the corner. The goat that leads there, that's pulling their carriage, just skitters to the side, and just catches a very uneven cobblestone, and as it does, the whole vehicle just jackknifes. The side, the opposite side to the one that guy's now hanging on, just lifts up on that back wheel, and there's this spray of sparks as the carriage just slides across the cobbles on its side. The goat, there's a sound of twisting metal as the goat breaks free, as all the bindings just snap, and this now somewhat terrified animal just skitters off into Dusk, into the side streets and back alleys of Crowsfoot, putting you up into second. Now the question is, you have a deal with the cabbies. Would you like to go for the victory?
I think we would gain more to play the game. So we can pretend like we are trying, but not exactly.
Also, what harm did I get? Was a level 1?
That would be yes, on a and it would be like muscle strain. As ahead of you, you see as you finish your lap around the crow's nest, and heading down into the streets and back towards Fog Hollow and Candle Street, as you see turning the corner, you see that crackle of electroplasm and a goat that skitters off to the side as the cavies essentially fire the electroplasm and just cruise the last few hundred yards. There's the burning, bright, brilliant blue that seems to burst out of the back of the carriage. And as you draw ever closer, you just see one of them, Len, the one who you met earlier, reach up and just slap the sign of the rat catcher, which is this sort of swinging tavern sign, essentially, which depicts 3 rats all walking along on their back legs, sort of one with an accordion, one with a fiddle, another one with a lute. This is very jovial, but behind them then these 2 like brilliant green eyes of a cat. You just see that sign set swinging, and it's just kind of coming to a stop as you yourselves roll in and just for the sake of it, give the sign a slap. And we shall call the score there. As the angels next to arrive moments after yourselves, followed by the cadavers, and then the followers of Limbo. And pretty much walking up the street, you see the 3 grinders stepping out of the fog, looking slightly dejected, who just walked the rest of the course on foot, despite the fact they don't even have a goat in this race. It's about 20 minutes after the race has run its course that you all of the various teams going into the rat catcher itself, getting drinks are served, and it's let's do this one. Sorry. Why is it? Sorry about that. The drinks are served, and rivalries that were very much active on the course are soon forgotten. And Brendan and Brolin both arrive. Meanwhile, what's Nathan? What's your thoughts right now?
I don't know if Nathan would even be at the tavern, honestly. I think Nathan would honestly just be heading immediately to Barrowcleft to go pay Averick a visit. And I don't know. I feel like maybe a certain entity has a little bit of a bone to pick with Nathan. So he's feeling particularly haunted, let's just say. As he makes his way to Barrowcleft to indulge his vice because, well, he's just...
You hear the diminishing sounds of the frivolity of the Ratcatcher disappearing into the fog and rain behind you as you walk the now very quiet streets towards Barrowcleft. Caroline, what's your current mood?
Happy with the result of the race. Due to the circumstance, she doesn't think they could have done better, and it's good. Would be better next time if there is a next time, and let's hope not with goats.
And Unk, what's your
I
mindset?
I don't know if Caroline is, but I for sure am inside the bar, and I make a point of buying a drink for whoever threw that sling at me. Because, man, did he have an arm on him. And I make sure to, like, try to start up conversation, make sure there's, like, no hard feelings over the course of the race. Whoever's on, was it the guy on the grinders?
It was Grinder, yeah.
Yeah.
The two of you get chatting. He's like up close, like obviously the distance between you when you see the when you were like on the carriages, you don't really notice it. Up close, and he's like a head and shoulders taller than everyone else in there. Absolute massive guy, and like now you kind of like cast your mind back. You saw how low the back axle was riding, where he was stood. And actually, it's as you kind of go to pay for the drink, he sort of leans in. No, I'll go this one. And then puts your drinks towards you, and you like getting chatting. You realise actually he's looks terrifying. He's huge, but actually talking to him, he's a big gentle giant. And you sort of see him rub his chest. You got a show in you then.
Oh, you're telling me. I'm not sleeping this one off, I'll tell you what.
Oh, he's and he sort of kind of gives you like a light, what to him is probably a light punch on the arm. Just that sort of, your arm goes a little bit dead, and he's like,
man, I hope it's the other one.
Next time. I expect to see you again.
Oh yeah. I'll be here.
Yeah. I look forward to it. Enjoy your drink. He picks up his and heads off, and kind of you see him, and he stops like a foot away from the bar and goes, and kind of goes off to rejoin everyone else. And as you sorry about this, I've done something stupid. Let's do that. And as Caroline, is there anything you would like to do while you're in here?
No, just making sure that Eugene is not getting in any kind of trouble.
He's they've like a lot of them. The Cappies being there as well. They're very much. There's a sort of almost symbiosis, like very much a caring relationship between the goats and between the Cappies and the goats. So they've sort of set up this very large feeding trough full of hay. Eugene essentially wades in, horns going, just knocks all the other goats out of the way and helps himself. It's a...
That's my boy. I'm not going to scratch him because I'd like to keep my arm, but I give him a thumbs up. And maybe I'll just go check on Nathan, make sure he's fine.
Nathan's gone for the time being.
Oh, okay.
So he's on his way to Barrow Cleft. But it's whether or not you would like to what we'll do, we're gonna cut ahead at this point to much later, as the night rolls in, getting later and later. And Caroline, you think you awaken to where does Caroline live at the moment? Or where is she staying?
In a little shack under a bridge. That's much comfier inside than it looks like outside.
You awaken to or at least you believe you awaken to the normal familiar smells, the feels, the very self-contained warmth that exists in here. But as your eyes open, you see that warmth is diminishing, being replaced by an unnatural chill in the air. And looking towards one of the walls, you see that it seems to have opened up, and the light seems to dance where it seems to be being sucked inside. And from within, you see that you hear something. It's not a language that you've heard, but you understand it, as a voice seems to whisper, "Follow the lights. The lights will lead the way."
Would to reject the invitation?
So say again.
It would be rude to reject the invitation. So do the lights lead outside of the house?
They seem to go into this void, just sort of beyond where everything sort of seems to be drawing inwards, where one wall of your little shack should be.
Just going to stick my hand, see what happens.
Reaches forward into this empty nothingness, so dark you lose sight of where your hand is after a few inches, and take it back out, cold to the touch. You can almost see the frost that's formed on those tiny hairs on the back of your hand, but otherwise unharmed.
I'll go inside for a few steps and see what happens. If I
And
can.
as you hear that voice once again, as you step forward, the lights will lead the way. And your eyes snap open, and looking back to your room, as it was normal. You looked at that wall, which now stands there once again. The wooden boards. While slightly, how long did Ankh stay at the rat catcher?
Oh,
What sort of state
probably-
is in when he leaves?
he can still walk straight, but just barely.
Focus on a point and go towards it. That kind
Exactly.
of yeah.
He needs a goal in mind, but he can get there.
As you leave, along with the last of those quite a few of the grinders who just put it away. Don't know what they do with it, but they all, along with the cabbies as well.
I think they're using it as fuel.
Yeah, and as it's pretty much the barkeep who goes, who essentially you see him now just kind of on the bar, just waiting for you to leave, sort of head in his hands, just watching you. Like he stopped refusing to serve you at the last drink after this, last one. And as you stagger out into the night, you're aware of a figure who sort of sits beside you, or sort of sat just by the door, the charcoal stick in one hand, and a sort of piece of old faded paper, ripped from a book, just kind of drawing rather with a very kind of focused sort of eyes on the page. And looking, sort of glancing over, and as your eyes kind of take that moment to focus, you see a girl, probably late teens, maybe in her early 20s, sort of drawing. She looks up, looks at you, and kind of goes back to it and goes. And just as you pass by, you hear her say, "I draw the world as it should be."
I kind of just like, huh?
Oh, sorry. Go on.
What was the other thing she said?
I draw the world as it should be. That was it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else. So as like she says that, I kind of just like I pause for a second. I sway a bit, and then I turn to her, and there's a lot of different ways the world could be. I don't know if one person can say how it should be. Let me see what your world looks like.
And she turns the page around. It's sort of half of the image has been finished. Absolutely fantastic artist. Even there's some of it's just rough line work, and you can see like the outline of where figures are going to be. You see yourself in the. She drew the scene in front of you yourself, so kind of propping up the bar. But you look towards the back, and it takes you a moment, and out of the window, you see a silhouette, which stands there with its palm sort of open, facing upwards, and a flame that seems to dance in the center, almost kind of beckoning.
How would you describe your world? What would you name this piece?
Beginning.
I kind of does this girl look like very well off? Like moderately?
Yes and no. You see, like, as the clothing is of good quality, but it's there's paint spatters and oil stains on the sleeves. Her under her fingernails, absolutely, like, the paint has sort of been encrusted underneath. But evidently somebody who just kind of probably of means, but that's insignificant to her passion.
Whatever is left after I got done at the bar, whatever I just have on me, it's not like a coin or anything, but like whatever loose change I have, I offer up to her in exchange for her drawing, if she'd accept it.
No money, but wait till it's finished. His light will guide you. She sort of leans in and whispers, and we are going to call that session here. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Blades in the Dark, What Happens in the Dusk, part of the Domain Gaming, written and told by Wyverian and Livespark. A special thanks to you, the listener, and if you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. As always, comments are welcome. Until the next chapter, remember the first rule of a con. Offer them everything for nothing, and give them nothing for everything.